Okay, my turn at the wheel, and I've got my colleague, friend, Francisco Nwamba along with me for the ride. We are at Bela Bela for Campfest 2026, the biggest Volkswagen enthusiast meet on the continent, so it's a big deal. And this is where Volkswagen South Africa has decided they want to launch this, the new GTI, a long-standing icon, a hell of a machine. At 908,000 Rand, you might scratch your head and go, man, that seems like a lot of money, until you start looking around and seeing what else you can buy for that kind of money. And the fact is that not a lot of icons are available at that price point. Francesco's gone and driven already. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, you couldn't have said it better in that, we complain about pricing as a whole, but nowadays, what do you get for 900K? And in the hot hatch market, there's not much that you can get that's going to have the street credit of the likes of a Golf GTI. I mean, this car is an absolute legend in terms of, the streets, and even just in the car world, people love this car like no one's business. I mean, I don't know how many GTIs we've seen just at this festival already. And yes, there's the Rs, yes, there's the other stuff that's out there, but the GTI is literally what holds this whole thing together,
Yeah, it's quite interesting how with the R, it never quite succeeded the way the GTI did. Like, it cost more money, it was more car, had more driven wheels, but it didn't have that cool factor that the GTI, the cheaper GTI had. This badge just means too much to too many people. I mean, we spent yesterday, and are about to do it again, just walking around campus, not just the kind of built up stage area, but also the campsite and where the people are. And it's so heartwarming seeing these communities. And I mean communities like every kind, every creed, every color, every gender, people coming along, and they've just built their lives around Volkswagen's people's car.
No, that's so true. That is so true. And very rarely, barring like the likes of like a BMW, do you get a brand in South Africa that has got people like stolen people's hearts the way it has, with VW and all that. It's actually crazy how people absolutely love this brand.
The one place where this car, I think, doesn't get people like rushing up to their feet is at, ironically, an event like Campfest, because everyone's so proud of their own creations. And that's the thing about Volkswagen and GTI. They're selling you a platform. They're selling you something that you get to modify, tune, just lend some of your own personality to. You have your own Golf, you have your own GTI, Volkswagen in general, and you instill it with whatever it is that makes you who you are. And that's how you make icons.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. And it's very rare, again, that you get a manufacturer that embraces that customization side of things as much as VW does. Because I have not seen, besides the cars that we have here at Campfest, I haven't seen like a single stock vehicle. Even if it's just the lowering springs on the car and it's got like an OEM plus look.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lots of that.
Lots of that. Finally a bit of a road.
Yeah, but I don't trust it. It's like speed bump and crater pothole heaven.
Yeah.
So this is not going to be that kind of a GTI experience, unfortunately, but it is going to give us some time with the car, and that's all we really wanted, a bit of a preview today, so grateful for that.
Yeah, true. It's a real world test.
Having said that. But yeah, no, there's lots to play with here.
That's true. That's true. I wonder what it starts to feel like when you're starting in the third, fourth gear kind of space, because it does get that, you get that sensation that it does want to give you a little bit more now. Scampers a little bit for torque in the beginning, and in third, fourth gear, you can feel that that's when it's probably going to hook up the most and, disappear.
Absolutely.
But it's still got that, the frappa still there.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for riding with us.